and it's because the two new balls that are in operation, will move around early. Nepal need 3 and over here. They're going out like this is a T20, needing 7, 8, 9 and over. Another big shot. Okay, it's a great shot. And it's gone all the way for 6. Not the approach we would have expected. And Ilsa says, pipe down up there in the commentary box. I'll bat as I please, and I'll smash it out of the ground all the way for a maximum.
Well, it's very different from the first 3 times he's tried to look to go big, because the fact that you see him go with the front footed, this one held his shape much better versus trying to just hack it into the leg side. I still don't understand the approach. Again, you know Brad Curry's able to get
more treats of the same nature.
Yeah, stories like that tend to do a lot of good, and this is a lot of good here from Asif Sheikh. I don't know if it'll carry to the boundary rope. It'll just be a couple of runs, but when you get those stories, you just almost...
I'll save the full tale for another day, but it even caught the universe boss's attention. I'll give you the full... It's a long story, not one for this chase that looks like it's going to be a hectic one, but even Chris Gale said to me, they were in the trees, man. They were watching from everywhere. As Sheikh, again, a forceful stroke. Very fortunate. That could have gone anywhere. Skews away off the outside edge. Pick up a couple. Scotland, tuning in from, often the Instagram inbox crashes when I say this, so if you want to be guaranteed getting through to me, get on to Twitter if you can, or try it on Instagram DM. Glorious shot. The shot of the chase. Just a push, no more than that. Doesn't try to overhit. And a cover drive of the highest quality for... Yeah, good start. Much better now. A bit more from Nepal. Just as I say that, they've lost their first wicket. And who else would it be but Brandon McMullen? Did look as though it might have been a little leg side-ish, but the finger went immediately, straight away. Squared up, sad, just never looked settled in his knock, and he's been adjudged to be LBW.
Yeah, McMullen back into the attack and straight into the wickets. Let's take a look. It's jumped back off the length, and he's played all around it. And yeah, that's hit straight on middle stump. It's a good decision in the end. Very easy on that second look. And
leg stump, I think, man.
Lots of love to
you. Deary Maya.
There you go.
Got about 20 words of Nepali. I think Tiksa can get you out of almost any hole. Anywhere you're in trouble in Nepal. Tiksa? Sub-Tiksa. Bowls him. Oh, no, it doesn't, but it is LBW. I thought it got through. It was so full and so straight. And in essence, he wheeled away in almost celeb appeal. I thought it was going to hit the stumps. It didn't need to. It hit the pad, and that was good enough. And the experiment of Mala 3. Last only 18 deliveries. He's trapped for 7. Here's the wobble from Nepal.
Yeah, it hasn't worked in their favor here, Kushal Mala. And again, it's just been a painstaking crease. He hasn't known when to come forward, when to go back. And you can just see here, he's kind of just stuck in no man's land. Gets across himself, just tries to get the bat down. It's clear as day. That one's going to go on to hit the stumps. The only question was the line, but I don't think he's come quite...
Stuart Broad, eat your heart out. Bertel down the ground, driven nicely. Just missed the start of it. But that gets maybe the loudest cheer of the day. Maybe a cheer of relief as much as anything. Fraction over pitched, and just a nice, elegant straight bat shown by Bertel to get his innings up and underway.
And maybe the move to bring him down to 4 works. The ball not quite doing as much as it was earlier.
Or 2 here, all of a sudden there could be a important. Sheikh looks very solid at the other end. And Scotland, as you'd expect them to, fighting hard and probing away. Another nice straight drive. It's the second one of his innings. This is like the Bertel we saw at number 3 in the T20 series. He's got to double figures already. Although they'll have a chance to correct that in their home conditions or local conditions. It'll be held in Muscat. Bowls him. He's chopped on. Asif Sheikh cannot believe it because he's done all the hard work. Challenged on the inside edge by one that didn't really turn. The wind is the factor there. And Nepal just having a bit of a wobble. And maybe a few shapes from the Dallas Mavericks game last night. A dribble from Watt and a 3-pointer as he celebrates the wicket in, well, unique style.
Unique style. Indeed. It felt a lot like Kyrie Irving from yesterday. And this one is a very good delivery. He's drifted quite well. And again, just look, it just doesn't turn. It almost just straightens up a bit, but he's just played all over. Their best cricket's been played earlier in the year, and they've almost just tapered off really since the World Cup leading into that point. And from that moment, they haven't been playing at their very, very best. And so they really need to turn things around in a huge way to get back up to the top.
Edged and gone. It's McMullen again, and it's the big one. It's Rohit Powdell, who's just kind of poked at one outside the off stump. Come on, says Mark Watt, because he knows that's the big one that Scotland desperately wanted. And now there's a wobble. Now there's a real twist. Now there's a turn. Scotland fighting ever so hard. And this is just, well, it's a bit of a tame dismissal.
He hasn't done much wrong. Yes, he's poked outside the off stump, but it's pretty decent delivery. It's swinging away after the angle. I think they are because, again, the wickets that are fallen, and Nepal's history with this.
Oh, well, a leave that's nearly brought about a wicket. I think it's going to bring about 4 runs. Nobody's done anything they were supposed to. Brandon McMullen's fallen over.
Expected it to be coming to him. But, again, it's all squared away. That's a perfect example of where the game is right now.
Now, I think this has been put down. I'm going to have another look at it because, well, again, whatever the case, it's going to be 4 more. I just wonder, is this Michael Leask a backward point? Was this a diving attempt that he could have held on to? I think it's been hit in the air. Again, please forgive us. We're in a difficult position. We're not behind the bowler's arm. But it looked to me to be a catching opportunity, and it was. And it's burst through his hands. And such was the power that it was hit with, it runs away for 4 more.
Yeah, again, it's a tough opportunity. He's got to go way upstairs to get this, but he's got a good piece to it. How big, how costly is that going to be in the context of this?
Now a much more authoritative cut shot. Arif Sheikh, he's known as the Iceman for a reason. He's the man for a crisis. And he doesn't really seem to feel pressure, does he? Loves ODI cricket. Gets right on top of the bounce here. Hammers this away for 4.
Yeah, this time well more in control. Got to the pitch of the ball, and this is what that drop is. Understanding between both sides of when we're ready, when is it too late to say, oh no, I don't want to face this delivery.
Driven flowingly again. Arif Sheikh is playing a little gem of a knock.
Again, really reeling after that dismissal of Rohit Powdell. Caught it first slip, and now you can see again when Sheikh walks in, he's just stabilized alongside Bertel.
Oh, now this is close, and this is gone. He's been playing around that front pad, Kushal Bertel, and I don't think he can have any arguments here. He was a great pal of mine a few years back, tweeted about not having any. This one's cut away for 4. Not in control. Mark Watt thought he had a chance, thought it might have gone to slip. Watt likes a battle, in fairness. I think it's more him raging against the wind as much as anything. Helped around the corner. Good batting. That's going to be 4. Arif Sheikh is playing a gem of a knock. And if Nepal do win this game...
The ball, this is where you go to.
Oh, that's the shot of the day. From either side. Driven somewhat on the up.
Ongo's taking Gulshan Jha to get ready. You saw him. He had just planted his left foot on leg stump. You can see it right here.
He's not ready. This is going to should be signaled as a dead ball, and it's not. Now, this for me is gone awry. What the umpire has to do is hold his right arm out. It's simple the law. If the umpire has already called and signalled dead ball, that cannot be revoked. That is final, which we never saw Vijay and Malala do. Now, an attempted slog sweep down the ground may well have gone all the way. I think he's looking to hit this towards the leg side rather than over the off. I might be wrong, but it's a rather audacious stroke all the way for 6.
Yeah, I think that last over probably didn't help Mark Watt's claim against Gulshan Jha. I think it's very intentional. I think he was trying to get straight there, Lenny. It looked like the way he opened the face of the bat was looking to play to the offside.
You're a generous soul, my man. You really are, because... big shot. Jha's a fine talent, isn't he? Look at the power he hits the ball with. This goes a long, long way for 6. Nepal, they're on the brink. They can start to believe now.
Yeah, we talked about the base of Gulshan Jai. He's got great hands, but the key for me is just how
It's nearly 3 a.m. This was 20 minutes ago. It's now after 3 a.m. I cannot sleep till I know 2 points have been secured for Nepal. This is tickled away for 4. Well, what a lovely way. Stand finish on March 16th. His 50 was the critical one there. It's just 2 to win. And it is, if it gets to the rope, which it will, it's going to be 50 for Arif Sheikh. Fittingly, he wins the winning runs. McMullen is the first to congratulate him. It's a 7th one-day international 50. And maybe, apart from that innings against the UAE, none have been as critical in his 55 matches thus far. Nepal, they've ended that 200-plus day streak without a victory in ODI cricket. They have roundly outplayed maybe the best associate side in the world. They've taken a comfortable, a confident victory despite a few wobbles. They've taken Nepal, there really is, and again, we don't pick the player of the match at this level, but for me, Arif Sheikh the standout. The positivity with which he played with. Again, there was another shuffle of the batting.